Hello and welcome back to UniSport Nationals Australian Championships 2024. We've got just about to start the University of Sydney versus Macquarie University. Last game of pool play here on this little bit of a breezy, cloudy day in Canberra. My name is Katie.
And my name is Cecilia.
And we'll be your commentators for this match.
Very exciting, very exciting. We just had a very close game and hopefully this one will be just as great to watch. All right.
Ball goes up from the University of Sydney. Macquarie coming out on O for that first one and just goes over the head, but well read. Had time to grab that there. Macquarie Uni with it on the sideline, number 14. Nice inside flick there to the center of the field. Just going to be mindful of that wind, is going to pick those discs up. Great running through there from number 5 from Macquarie. USYD playing a match defense here. We'll see if any other defensive looks come out today. Nice low grab there from 88 for Macquarie University. That's Walter. Macquarie patiently working it down that sideline. And a huge bid there from a USYD player. And Macquarie tries to save that one, but just out of bounds. Awesome layout. Feet off the ground. We'll have to hope to see more of that this game. Oh, and just doesn't quite come back in there, I don't think. But Macquarie has set up their pivot foot further down the field, so that's where it will stay. Sends a flick across the field, just a little bit too far. Great pressure on the mark from USYD there to force that throw. And USYD with another chance here to start the game with a break. USYD centers it to number 51. Looking right through the middle. Awesome grab. Bid from Macquarie to try and get there, but doesn't quite reach it. USYD playing through a few of their players here. Nice to see. Oh, and a huge bid there from Macquarie, number 14. That's Swan. Heads up defense there to stop that flick going through the center. Looks it off. It's busting deep. Sends it. And a bid there just to try and save that, but it was just a little bit too far out in front. Great bid there from Swan of Macquarie Uni. But isn't to be. USYD in a difficult position here on the end zone corner, going upwind. The wind has picked up a little bit since our first game earlier in the day. And just an unfortunate drop there from USYD, giving Macquarie another chance right on that end zone line. Can they work it in here? Good mark from USYD, and Macquarie's with the score. Tight match defense there, making it difficult, but awesome job there from the Macquarie receiver to keep that one safe. And first points on the board for the game. That's a hold for Macquarie Uni. So 1-0 to Macquarie. We've just finally gotten all of our names set up, so we'll hopefully tell you who is playing.
That's right. I think that was an assist from you there on Macquarie. Not quite sure who caught the goal, but I'm sure we'll find out as the game progresses.
Be interesting to see what defensive look Macquarie comes out with. Might be using a zone. We saw UTS do that in the previous game. And it was quite effective.
It is very effective when there's a bit of wind. It's very frosty, still very cold this day. It hasn't quite warmed up. If anything, it's gotten colder.
It really hasn't. Classic Canberra weather.
That's right.
Icy wind, making it difficult playing conditions. And that pool, I believe that was a brick. And it does look like Macquarie might set up a zone here. It's not a zone, oh, it looks a little bit of a poach there. Some tight match on the handlers.
Mackay with the disc, now passing it over to 45 Lou.
I take that back, it does look kind of like a arrowhead here from Macquarie or something along those lines. Sydney Uni with the disc on the far sideline, stuck in that downwind position, trying to work it out to the high side, and they do.
They're quite calm and collected, despite the very great defence that we've got from Macquarie. Over the top into the middle of the field, 24 with the disc. Zhang back to the dumping back to the handler. They're doing nice little passes between the handlers, trying to get it through this arrowhead that Macquarie has going on. Really working it through their players and poppers up there. Over the top of Macquarie Uni, and it looks like that's a goal.
Awesome job there from the University of Sydney to score that one.
We've got Zhang with the goal, with the assist from a Mackay.
So we're tied at 1-1 here, both teams holding on to their O points, which I think is going to be crucial in this game. We saw in the earlier game.
I've got to retract my statement. That was an assist from Wu, not Mackay. Very great work from Mackay though on the field, getting it through the wall that Macquarie was making there.
All right, USYD coming out on defense this time. I think they did a match look for the first point, so we'll see if they do that again. Worked well for them. They did get a few turns, and Macquarie was able to convert, but I think there will be a few turns throughout this game, and it's just about who's going to be able to convert those into points.
That's right. It's a close game so far in these first 2 points. Let's see if it keeps up.
So this is, I believe, the last of the pool games. We've got a game with Wollongong University and I believe that's RMIT over on the other field. Score is tied at 2-2. So all these teams looking to get in that final win to secure their spot in the quarterfinals today. USYD with the pool.
I'm loving the bright pink.
It is quite nice. It's very easy to recognise.
Absolutely. I didn't even know Macquarie Uni was pink until today. It's very nice indeed. All right, the pool goes up. Macquarie with the disc. We've got Ing picking up the disc over to Milne. Milne back to Ing. Back to Milne. The two handlers really working it down.
Looks like USYD's putting on some sort of a zone here.
They are. They're pushing them to the far side side of the field. But these guys are trying to get them back into the middle.
Kind of latching onto that dump to try and get rid of that option. But Macquarie breaks it through, getting into a bit of space here on the upwind side. Back to number 50, that's Milne for Macquarie. Number 5, we've got Ng. Looking quite calm with the disc there.
They're both assessing their options before they pass to each other, which is great to see. Oh, a nice little, oh, they've got a call here.
So it looks like there was a call, maybe it was on the mark.
There was a little scuba or hammer over that to the other side there to number 14, Swan. We're not quite sure what's happened there.
It looks like the disc is going back to the thrower. Looking for the dump. Oh, close there from the USYD player, but Macquarie manages to hang on to it. On the sideline, looking to swing. Nice swing across to Swan. Still there as the dump option, number 50. Great positioning from number 75 there for Macquarie. That was Slender. And Macquarie with the goal.
From Milne to Swan.
Great pressure there from the USYD team, but Macquarie keeps it cool and gets that grab in the end zone.
There were lots of throws and passes there. Especially with the zone, you're hoping for them to make a mistake, but a mistake was not made. Good stuff, Macquarie.
Yeah. This might be a bit of a battle of the Sydney universities. Macquarie, also a university in Sydney, and obviously the University of Sydney. Sydney.
Absolutely. I hear that there are some big rivals out there. I'm not sure if these are one of them, but only time will tell. We'll see how the game progresses, see how spirited it is. Hopefully most teams keep good chats and communication between the two. So far so good. It's a beautiful day to play Frisbee.
It's always a beautiful day to play Frisbee.
I think it doesn't stop very many people.
No.
Rain, wind, shine.
And that wind is picking up, our tents moving a little bit. I'm getting cold here, but I'm sure those players aren't feeling it so much, running around focused on the game.
Absolutely. We've got both coaches on the team chatting with their teams. We've got Deng for Macquarie Uni and we've got Feng for Sydney Uni.
Macquarie with the upwind pull coming from number 3, Bush. Getting a loud sideline here. I don't think we've had any breaks so far in this game. Good pull there, nice and deep. Macquarie hustling down. USYD getting in the first few passes to get themselves off that end zone line. Macquarie having a bit of a zoney look as well, but USYD breaks through into the centre. They're in a bit of space here. It's up in the air.
Up in the air. Oh, and that's a grab from Macquarie Uni there, right over the top of the intended player.
That's what we've been talking about in the previous game as it
goes
goes
down
up
to the end zone, but I think the wind's pushed it to the far side. I think this is why all the teams are pushing and forcing that way, and so in hopes that when you send a disc up high, the wind picks it up and takes it out.
Yeah, the wind playing a factor in the previous game too. Really having that heads-up D from Macquarie just before. That's how they got that great grab overhead for the turn, but unfortunately we've thrown out the sideline with that wind. USYD back on the far sideline, throwing up wind against this Macquarie zone. Let's see what they can do.
Miller on the disc.
And a huge hand block there from Macquarie, number 80.
That's Hooper.
Giving his team the chance right in front of the end zone here. An upwind break, I believe this would be.
All right, Rocco coming up to pick up the disc. Team's all in position and sends it out to the back of the end zone, and that's a score.
Macquarie's happy about that.
Rocco to Hooper. So he got the team the D and then got the goal as well. That's always quite exhilarating when you get to do
double happiness.
Double happiness.
Double happiness.
I think he'll be pretty proud that that's on camera as well to show hope.
Yeah, thanks to ULTI.TV for bringing all the live streaming equipment down here so that these players can get a bit of time on the live stream and so that we can have friends and family watching from far away. Maybe some people not working so much today, having this on their phone.
It's always great to have a live stream game. One, the players get to come and look back at what they've done to improve for next time. I think in the last game we mentioned scouting opportunities as well. Having your games filmed means that potential coaches can pick and look and see what your gameplay, so then they can know what your potential's like.
Exactly. Particularly good for those people coming from unis that are maybe more in the regional areas or they haven't played so much. Getting their name out there, getting some cool grabs on a live stream is always great to have. And it's a bit of a, confidence boost as well. All right, Macquarie Uni with the downwind pull to send it to USYD. Working it through the middle of that zone there. Nice leading pass.
Oh, what a D.
Huge bid from Macquarie player there. But it looks like there was a bit of contact. Bit of discussion happening on the field. Asking for some perspective. Maybe a rules clarification. And the turn's going to stand.
That was a great layout D from number 14 there, Swan.
Macquarie with it on the sideline. Just goes down. Swan tries to keep that one up in the air, but can't quite make it. USYD with the disc again. Great work working it down the sideline. Nice leading passes, and there's a turn.
Oh, that was a great D. There for number 13, Higgins.
Just way to get the body in there. Stopping that flow that USYD had with those nice quick passes. Another turn there from USYD, number 37. That's Wu. And then we've got another turn, which I missed looking for her name.
That is okay, another turn again. Swan with the disc looking for options. Oh, great cut there from Millen.
Huge bid from Wong Ruchu.
And a throwaway there. And now it's turn again. Another opportunity for USYD to get this goal. I believe it's Varun picking up the disc. Passes it over to Miller, back to Varun. Oh, and another turn there. All right, timeout. I think that's been enough turnovers. Macquarie is calling a timeout. Hopefully that's so then they can have a chat to make the team calm and collected to really bring this one home.
So it's a tightly contested game so far between these two Sydney universities. We've got University of Sydney and Macquarie. I believe Macquarie's up 3-1, but every pass even, has been tightly contested. A lot of layouts already. So we'll see. I'm sure this is going to be a very exciting game.
It is already very exciting to see. There have been quite a lot of turns in this very point, so that's exactly why the timeout has been called, I reckon. Macquarie is in a tight position where they're a little bit downwind, a lot of crosswind to get that disc all the way back to the other side might be a feat, but I'm sure they'll be fine. They've already scored 3 points. I'm sure there's more to come.
Yeah, both teams really kind of using their handlers, taking their time before they're looking downfield, and keeping those throws nice and sharp, which is helping in the wind. Just looking back to the other game on the other field. We're up. Someone's up 4-2, but I couldn't tell you which, if it's Wollongong or RMIT.
All right. Macquarie will set up first, and then once they're all set up, the defensive players from USYD will come in and set up afterwards. It looks like we've got Rocco positioned on with the disc. And who's out there with him in the handling space there, Katie?
Is that number 15? There's no number 15 for Macquarie. I can't see. My eyes aren't that good to see.
Yes, it is quite a distance away from us.
Could potentially be Jade Doe, number 16 for Macquarie, out there handling as well. USYD on a straight up force here. Disc goes up.
Disc goes up.
And that goes to ground, but it's rolling.
It's a beautiful roller,
beautiful
though.
roller.
Beautiful roller. Get them out of that tight position there.
And USYD with the disc, number 37, Wu, picks it up. Beautiful backhand, upwind. Working it through. Macquarie's putting on a little bit of a zone here, trying to trap them or force them to throw an overhead, which might be difficult today. Out to the sideline. Wu back with the disc, sends it long to a receiver in the end zone.
Oh, great
Awesome
positioning, great read. Isn't that there? And that was Weiser with disc. Beautiful goal, beautiful read. Team celebrations all round. And then just looking on the replay here, Wu to Weisner.
Awesome throw there from
throw.
Wu from USYD. She also did a lot to set up the play there, keeping the disc moving along that sideline, and then when she saw the option, completed it to perfection. We're 3-2, Macquarie to USYD. I believe that's Eric Deng, coach for Macquarie, giving them a few words of wisdom. And then we've got our USYD coach on the field as well. Always helpful having the off-field coaches. Interesting to see what USYD defense comes out here with, seeing if they can convert this to a break and get back to 3-all. All right, pulls coming up from USYD. into a bit of wind now. It's number 3, Dos Santos Lee for USYD with the pull. Does a good job trapping Macquarie Uni on that sideline. Macquarie picking up the disc, number 17, U. Wanting something in the middle, doesn't like what he sees, so swings it out wide and does well to keep that one up in the air. Foul call there, uncontested. Players just talking it out on the field. Nice and quickly.
Very spirited. Not sure what type of zone this is that USYD has going on. They've got people in, maybe it's a bit of a poachy zone.
Yeah, you can see that that player there is trying to stop that handler from getting the disc. But they're also holding the space, and it seems to be working, but Macquarie's worked well through it and just can't grab it there. Great look from Macquarie and a great rundown from number 11, Barrage, but just can't quite make it to the disc.
It's in that far side of the field. The wind definitely just picks it up. I think the players are underestimating the wind here.
A little bit easily done as well.
Very easily done.
Yeah, just a couple of paces too far away for Barrage to reach that. USYD with another chance here from the corner of the end zone. Kind of really turning into a crosswind here, so not an easy place to be there. Number 2 calling for it in the middle and holds onto it. Callahan country here.
That's right.
Can Macquarie get the block, or even better, the grab? Can USYD work it out? Oh, unlucky, and that's an awesome change of direction there. USYD working it down. Great flow from USYD there. Macquarie getting back into the position. Seems to be a match defense now. Not quite in the end zone. And high release backhand there. Might be a call. No one's celebrating. Just talking it out there. Potentially a travel call or a straddle. I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but players are talking it out.
We've got Walker too and Nguyen on the conversation there with USYD. Got a replay.
These calls are always difficult in these highly contested games because you're both wanting to get the best outcome for your team, but still wanting to play spirited. Disc is back in. Swings it across to number 95, Wong. Looking for something in the end zone. Doesn't like what he sees. Bit messy there. And Wong gets it back. Great movement there from Wong, as well as number 29, Walker, to work that disc into the end zone for USYD. And they convert. 3-all.
3-all. It is a tight game.
I'm not sure if that was a break or not. Do you remember? Who started that point?
I do not.
That was a break. All right, break for USYD. So that's an important one there.
Oh.
USYD seem to be calling a line here. Macquarie walking over. Every point is very critical. This game could potentially mean that one of these teams doesn't make quarterfinals. I'm not 100% sure of the draw and the results that have happened so far, but seeing as the last game of pool play, any win is important. Give them a better seeding for quarters, getting a better chance to progress through to the semis. Thanks to everybody who's watching along at home or at work. We hope that you are enjoying ULTI.TV's live streaming of Uni Nationals 2024 as the players get ready for another USYD pull.
Well, that's a very beautiful pull there.
Awesome pull from number 37, Wu.
Rocco
Macquarie
with the disc. To Milne. Milne over to Swan. Rocco coming in.
USYD just kind of trying to trap Macquarie on that far downwind sideline over there. Doing a good job of it so far, but Macquarie keeping their cool. Little passes through the zone to Barn in the centre, and there might be a call. Good positioning there from Barn to get that pass kind of breaking through the two marks or the cup sort of thing. Macquarie trying to get it off that sideline, dumps it back. Lots of nice quick movement. USYD putting on a lot of pressure here.
That is a very tight mark and a very tight cup. They're both quite close to the person with the disc.
Breaking through here. Over to number 16 from Macquarie.
Back to Rocco. Just looking for his options there.
Little bit of a tussle. Pardon me. Just burped on a live stream. Little bit of a tussle there from Macquarie and USYD vying for space in that cup, but seems to be being talked out. Just asking for a rules clarification there on a foul, I believe uncontested. Disc is back in with Macquarie. Great flick there to Rob Swan. Not Rob Swan. That's the ellipsis coach. Just Swan. Not sure of his first name. Macquarie working it down the field. Looking very calm, even though they're probably getting a bit tired by this point. USYD really trying to get that block, but not quite coming for them yet. Ooh.
And now they're discussing, is it a foul? Or was that an accidental block? We get a replay here.
Looks like Swan did bid for that, and I think they're just discussing whether the contact from USYD affected his chances.
From the replay there, Macquarie was in the right position and USYD ran right into him from the back, affecting his play. But let's see what their outcome is.
Also difficult to see from our little screen sometimes, so players on the field discussing it.
This particular game, however, has lots of viewers. We've got some teams that are having lunch. I think Melbourne Uni is standing on the sideline there with their sandwiches, watching the game to see who their competition may be, scouting out.
That is true. It's always useful to kind of see the defensive plays and offense looks that people put on, see if you can work out a way around them. Seems like Macquarie is going to end up with the disc after that call. Still in with a chance here. USYD going to keep putting on that pressure that they've been doing the entire point. USYD holding the zone. Back to number 50 for Macquarie. Milne getting a bit of momentum here. Working it between the handlers. That's number 4, Rocco. Milne calling for it again. We've got number 7.
Number 1, huh?
Number 1, sorry. Back to Rocco. And a huge block from USYD there to deny that goal for Macquarie University right on the end zone line. right, USYD with the disc, number 17. Huge swing over to 71. That's Sell over there. Great read there from Wu. He's done huge and a good save there from Wong of USYD. Huge bid from the Macquarie player Swan to try and get that one, but USYD holds on to it. USYD really wanting this break here. Another grab, keeping it up off the ground for USYD. That's 71. Sell again, and we've got a pick call. Just discussing what stall count is going to come back in on. Stalling on 6. USYD with the disc. And that's a goal for University of Sydney. And another break. Unfortunate there for Macquarie. They put in all the effort working through that USYD zone and just couldn't quite get it there at their end zone. And then USYD really capitalising, working it down the side of the field. Some great bids from Macquarie trying to get it back, but wasn't to be.
Absolutely beautiful there. Let's see what the replay shows us now. Oh, so here's the D. That was from Lorenzen. And then a beautiful pass down. Great grab from Wu there. Oh, and it just max it over to 95 Wong Ruchu. Oh, some beautiful plays in this point, and then here's the goal here. Wong Ruchu back to Lorenzen. Another one there where you get the D all the way down, get the D for the team, and then get the goal as well.
Another double happiness.
Double happiness. She'll be very proud at that point as well.
Yeah, you said really looking good in that once they got that turn. Working it up to that free player in the end zone there. We might be having a timeout as we speak. Team's just recollecting, regrouping.
It looks like there's some discussion from the captains in the middle of the field there from either team. I wonder what the point of contention is there.
Always good to keep chatting to the spirit captains and coaches and things like that throughout the game. If there's anything coming up. So
absolutely, it's always great to be on the same page, especially in terms of how much contact, the calls, if it's too long, too short, if there's any points of contention, better to get it out there early so then the game flows quite well.
All right, teams making their way to the lines now. We're 4-3 USYD, so they've taken the lead for the first time in this match. Although really it could be either team on top. They've both been playing very high level and with a lot of intensity as well.
Absolutely, very high level indeed. I'm very excited to see the outcome of this. Maybe this is one of the rival unis that we may or may not know about because we're not from the state of New South Wales.
We are not currently from Sydney.
That's right.
Right.
All right, coaches from both sides are still chatting to their players. We've got Dang and Fang. Coach Dang for Macquarie Uni and Coach Fang for USYD. I always love to see passionate coaches, and with lots of chat with their team means there's lots of direction and plays involved. And I think as a player, developing player, when you get lots of direction from your coach, you can have that opportunity to learn and grow and improve.
Exactly. as the pull goes up from USYD. Caught by Macquarie Uni in the centre there. And we have Milne with the disc. USYD with their
Back to you.
junkie zone look. Macquarie going to have to work this one up the field again. Be interesting to see how if they try and connect with downfield through any long shots. Bit difficult with the wind. Oh, and that's a turn there for Macquarie. Batted out of the sky by USYD.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit of miscommunication between those Macquarie handlers. And disc is up into the end zone. And there might be a call there.
Both boys on the ground, having a nice sit-down chat.
Cup of coffee. Probably
Cup of coffee would
discussing
be-
whether that contact affected the outcome there.
Absolutely. As you said, a cup of coffee would be quite nice to warm us up right now. It is
Oh, I'd love one.
very, very cold at the moment.
If anyone watching the stream would like to bring us commentators a coffee, I wouldn't say no. And Mike, three please.
Our cameraman, Mikey.
Oat milk for Mike. I'll have a hot chocolate, please.
I'm a mocha kind of person.
Are you?
I am. It's a long shot,
You
but
never know. You never know if you don't ask. Still discussing on the field here what's happening with this call. Sometimes tricky when there's no game advisors to kind of push the
let's
game
look it
along.
back.
I know at the recent Worlds they would not get very much time to discuss any calls,
No.
so
especially a long one like this would have had one of the game advisors blowing the whistle multiple times over.
seems like we're reaching some sort of resolution here. I think it's going to go back to the thrower.
Yes, I think it's been contested.
Probably a contested foul on that downfield receiver there. USYD retains the disc, and disc is back in. Disc to Wu in the centre. And that's a turn. Macquarie forcing that turn there, disc into the ground. Milne picking it up. Back to Swan, swinging it out to Yu on the sideline. Macquarie trying to work it through this zone, try not to give up any more ground. So you said working hard to try and contain. Tricky zone to work through, it looks like. There's a lot of kind of USYD players in the centre there, stopping those centering passes.
Absolutely.
Milne with the disc. Off to you.
You can see Tar working hard there as the mark, making sure they're forcing away.
Off to Swan. He's got a chance here. Does he decides not to throw it to the end zone? Probably for the best given the wind. Macquarie wanting to treasure that disc with a lot of USYD players getting in the way of those middle passes, but working well around the outside. Up. Swan's
Down.
got it. Looking for the end zone now. Dumps it back. And that's a turn. I'm not sure if it was a block by a USYD player. Just a bit of a missed throw. It's unfortunate there. USYD with the disc though. We've got a receiver sending it deep. Are they going to do it? Wu with the disc. She sent one long before. Centering back to Wu. Good cut there from number 7 for USYD Spears, but not to be. Up to Zhu, 8. And Varun passing it off again to Zhu for USYD. Wu with the disc again. Macquarie trying to put the pressure on. Disc is up. Huge bid there from Macquarie, but USYD retains the disc and scores.
That was a beautiful assist from Wu there. Great reading of the cuts coming out from the stack. And looking at the replay, that is a great cut from number 19 as well, Weiser. Oh.
I think that was Milne from Macquarie there with that bid, inches away.
Oh, inches away.
All right, 5-3 to University of Sydney. Taking that, I believe that was another break. Both of these teams leaving it all out on the field. You can see after each point, breathing it in. We'll also be streaming. Well, there's 2 more games today to be streamed, as well as 3 games tomorrow, I believe. So
yes, we've got the finals tomorrow. That'll be very exciting. We'll see what happens here today and see who gets there.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be tight, I think, this year. A lot of teams going to Universe, really wanting that gold medal.
Absolutely.
Particularly, you know, if people are graduating at the end of the year, not being able to play uni games next year. So all right, 5-3 to the University of Sydney. If you're just joining us, welcome to UniSport Nationals 2024 Ultimate, held at ANU on Ngunnawal and Ngambri land. This game has been incredibly tight so far, so we're just waiting for the next pull.
And a beautiful pull there.
You said once again with their zone look. Number 51 holding that middle space, Miller, preventing those shots through the middle. And a turn there.
How unfortunate. That gives USYD another chance for another goal.
Mackay with the disc, dumps it back to Wong. And another unfortunate drop there. Another chance for Macquarie University. 3 handlers back, trying to find a way to get around this zone. On the high side, trying to hold that space rather than getting trapped downwind.
Higgins with the disc to Rocco. Rocco looking right through to the middle of the disc. The field with Tabotch. Now it's being centred back to Botch from number 18, Hooper. Hooper's looking for options, and oh, what a hand block there from Wong. Perfect timing, perfect reading. You can see that that was a throw to Rocco and popped his hand right out to smack it down. And a send to the end zone.
You sit under it, but it's just going to go a little bit out of bounds there.
I think any throws that veer to the right side of the field, the away side, is going to be pushed off with the wind a little bit. I think
we have seen a few go out there today so far.
That throw was beautiful on a non-windy day. That might have just made it in. Might have been a goal, but we're now back with Macquarie in the corner of the end zone. Looking for options, sends it up. Oh, and it's a turn over to USYD.
Oh, and just a bit of a miscommunication there from USYD. We've got someone busting it deep.
And then sends it up. Let's see if number 7 gets there. But Wong really puts in the hard yards to run all the way down to the back of his end zone to make sure he gets it.
That was a great throw, but we got another one here from USYD. And an unfortunate drop there. It was a great read.
Great read from Lou.
Macquarie with the disc again. Number 9. No, that's number 3, Rouge. Back to Rocco in the centre. And a high grab attempt there, but just bobbles out of the hand from Macquarie, unfortunately. USYD with another chance.
I think these teams are really not taking their time to really treasure this disc. I think there's lots of big puts and big quick throws.
Another one goes up for USYD. We've got 2 USYD players under it, and this time it's in safe hands.
Beautiful catch from Miller. Miller to Lou. Beautiful puts.
Got there in the end. Some great throws from both teams. Unfortunately, either sometimes a drop or a run down from the other team, but USYD works it into the end zone in the end.
I think the end zone that they caught the goal in is the easier end zone to catch, to get a goal in, that is.
With our current wind
situation.
situation.
The wind situation. I think sending it up the other way is a bit more difficult. Although the big put that was put up made it seem like it's very easy to throw that throw.
Yeah, that was a great throw from Macquarie there to a receiver there, but USYD did well to run that down. As the score stretches out slightly in USYD's favour to 6-3. And these are only 80-minute games. This game did start a little bit late due to the other game going a little bit over time. So we'll see what we can do. Every point matters.
In the chat here, we've got a comment from a person named Guna saying, "Get Katie on. Put the cleats on. It's time."
I'm supposed to be studying.
You're supposed to be studying, but here you are.
Here I am. You never know. It's never too late.
I think once you're in Frisbee, you always want to get around Frisbee.
It is hard to leave. It is hard to leave.
It's an itch you want to scratch there. And so here you are commentating and getting to watch the games if you can't get to play.
Exactly. ANU, the uni I'm currently at, they'll be playing hopefully in the quarterfinals later, depending how things went this morning.
Yeah.
I know that they're also vying for a gold with a few people graduating at the end of the year.
Absolutely. Sometimes you do have to put your studies before your sport, though.
Sometimes.
It's not a matter of just putting on your cleats and hopping on the field. I'm sure all of these athletes have put in lots of hard yards and practice before they've gotten chosen to be put on these teams.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimate's getting a lot more popular at uni, so people are having to get cut from uni games teams as the pool goes up from USYD to Macquarie. What can Macquarie do here? Huge bid, but Macquarie holds on to the disc. Swan with the disc. And that's a turn for Macquarie. Unfortunate there. Here's USYD with another chance to break. Wu walking up to the disc. Really getting to the crunch point of the game here. Passes it off to Doan. Back to Wu. Sends it long. Number 20's in the end zone, but Swan with the grab there from Macquarie to prevent that goal.
All right, Swan's at the disc, looking downfield. What are the options? Centres to the middle of the field in Callaghan country. Another send back. This defense is great from USYD.
Macquarie taking their time, not wanting to throw any passes that might get picked up by those USYD defenders, but Wu does a great read downfield and gets it back for USYD.
Exactly what they were trying to stay away from. Oh, Wu with the toe-in catch on the corner of the end zone there.
Great field awareness from Wu. Swings it across. Doan with the disc, looking for something. And just a little bit too far out in front for her teammate to grab that there. Let's see what Macquarie can do.
looks like Hooper's picking up the disc.
Swan with the disc again. Over to USYD really shutting down a lot of options for Macquarie here. Those handlers having to work really hard. They must be starting to get gas with a good pass through to number 19. The flow's getting going for Macquarie now, using that centering pass, but a block from USYD. Doan gets in the way of that one. And a great quick recognise and flick huck to the end zone.
Absolutely. Now we'll just watch the replay. Great D there from number 30, Doan. And then 71 picks up the disc cell and he sends it down. And a beautiful catch and read there. Looks like USYD is figuring out their rhythm and they're really giving Macquarie a run for their money. They've scored 6 points in a row.
Wow. Awesome bit of momentum there for USYD.
Yeah, 6 breaks in a row. That's probably Macquarie's really working hard here.
After a bit of a slower start, I think it was 3-1 to Macquarie at one point. USYD's found their rhythm, like you said, and they're looking a little bit unstoppable at the moment. Macquarie is still working really hard, but just those couple of Ds, and then USYD capitalising there, getting it into the end zone. Can USYD take half? We will have to see.
I always like rooting for the underdog, so like most spectators. So hopefully Macquarie. Yeah, hopefully Macquarie's still in the game. They still are. They still are. It's not over till it's over.
Exactly.
So this is still pool play, so we're not out of the finals just yet. But every game and every point matters because sometimes it just comes down to a matter of how many points you've scored over your opponents as opposed to how many wins you have.
Exactly, and even if the result of this game means that both teams make it through, which I'm not sure of the placings, but being that bit higher in your pool ranking can help with placings for quarters and getting a more, I guess, advantageous game compared to being lower down in your pool.
That's right. Playing a team that's lower in the pool could be much better for you as a team than playing a team higher ranked than you for your chances to get to the finals. All right, Rocco with the disc. Centering the disc there to Higgins. Higgins back to Boosh. Back to Higgins. Oh, zips it right through. Oh, but there's a call.
A foul call from one of the Macquarie players there. Just discussing now with USYD. Might have been a bit of contact.
All right, we've got a replay.
As he tried to go for that
Let's see if
disc.
that affected the play. Oh, it's very close. Can't really tell. It's quite far away, this camera. But at the end of the day, it's up to the players to discuss, to come to a resolution.
Just looking at the field now, we can see all the players are quite bunched up and close together. Be interesting to see if Macquarie tries to spread the field at all. Maybe pull some of those USYD defenders out of the way and give themselves more space. We've got another discussion, a few perspectives being offered. One of the unique things about Frisbee is our self-referee nature.
That's right. We don't have any referees, although in parts of the world the sport is changing and there's different variations of ultimate where we do have referees. But in this particular case, this particular type of game, there may potentially be game advisors, but for this one here, we have no game advisors. They're not quite referees. They don't make the decisions. They give their perspective, and then it's up to the players who have made the call to come to a resolution. But it looks like the disc has gone back. It's been contested.
And I think we've got a violation here, probably just to do with maybe someone moving a little bit too early. And we've got a Macquarie player busting deep. The throw's gone up. USYD's under it too. And that's gone out the far sideline.
Doesn't quite go in. I think that's that crosswind again, pushing those throws that are meant to be outside in. Doesn't come quite back in.
USYD with another chance to break for half here. Always good to be the first to get to half. And a big put from the USYD player, running it down. Good run down from number 29 there, and just a slight overshoot. That was a great throw from Varun, number 17 of USYD, and Walker with the grab. Just unfortunate not to finish off that last pass. Sometimes when you do a really good grab, you tend to get a bit excited, and the next pass doesn't always come off.
That's right. I think I've been on both ends of that one. Haven't we all?
Macquarie working it, short ball through the zone to number 11. And a long one down to the end zone. Number 75 is there, but can't quite get to it.
It was good running, good positioning, and a great option considering the wind that they have. It's really good to get it further and further away from the end zones.
And it was a good job there from number 75, Slender, to just kind of pull. She pulled one of those USYD defenders out of the way and gave them a bit more space in the middle for Macquarie to pass it around.
Absolutely. What sort of setup are they starting up here? It looks like a match defense that we've got going. But it also looks a bit zony too, doesn't it?
Bit of both.
I think
it's
was
more of a
matched to
zone.
Yeah, I think it's gone back to zone.
They've got a similar kind of zone going on to USYD, where they're trying to force into the middle on the mark, and that's a turn for USYD.
Oh,
but a call on the throw maybe.
I believe it's a foul on the thrower. And it's been discussed very quickly, and we're back in play.
Macquarie Uni trying to force that middle throw. USYD with the momentum here, but that's a great read from Rocco of Macquarie, getting the turn for his team. That's Slender again to Rocco. And a long shot out to the end zone.
Oh,
great read.
Beautiful.
And a great throw and a great read there from Macquarie to secure that point. Awesome job there.
So that was 75 Slender with the goal. Beautiful read. I think we're just trying to figure out who helped with the other catch earlier. I think 88 Walter was the one that caught the mac from the defensive player. Very critical to catch any disc that goes in the air. Just because someone's touched it and knocked it off its course doesn't mean you can't be there to catch it. And that was a great goal from the replay there. It looks like Rocco's giving the team a pep talk. They're not out of the game just yet. Yeah, rallying the team. Sometimes when you do fall behind, your spirits are a bit down, but it only takes one person to really get the whole team going.
Exactly, and a point like that can really lift the spirits of the whole team as well. Working hard, few turns, but heaps of good grabs towards the end for Macquarie to secure that point and claw back 1 point towards USYD's lead that they've got going at the moment.
Absolutely. We can see momentum from here on out, maybe. They don't have to give half over to USYD. But now they'll have to do a break in order to keep this up.
Well, they can definitely do it. They got a few breaks at the very start, Macquarie University. Let's see how they set up off this pull. There's a pull from Swan. Quite a good one. But it's just going to fade out right at the end. And that's a brick. USYD taking that from the centre of the field.
Looks like Wu's picking up the disc, and she'll walk that one in. And what sort of defence are we looking at here? It's looking a bit zony, isn't it?
It does. Looks like similar to what they were doing before, Macquarie.
Looks more like an arrowhead this time, though.
USYD working it down
through the gaps. We've got Wu to 21, Mackay. Back to Wu.
We've got some USYD players calling for it further down the field, wanting the hammer. I'm not sure if it's going to come. They're treasuring the disc here, the handlers.
Yep, these three handlers, Zhang, Mackay and Wu, are really working hard there. We've got a nice cut in from 51 Miller.
Mackay with the disc in the middle. Macquarie doing a good job to shut down a few of her options there. And an over the top of the cup opens it up a little bit for USYD. Miller with the disc on the close sideline. And that's a goal to USYD.
That's goal from Miller. And that makes half time.
A really intense half of Frisbee. USYD ran away with it in the end there with, I think we said 6 breaks in a row at one point,
yes.
But it's been super tightly contested. A lot of great grabs and blocks in the early stages of the game.
Let's look at that replay of the goal there. Lou's got the disc straight to 51 Miller, and away they go. Sometimes when the zone doesn't get quite into position, there's all these little pockets that you can get through, especially because USYD really worked their way up quite quickly to get to their end zone.
Yeah, they did well then, and like you said, you know, getting those sneaky passes through the zone. And that's half time.
All right, we'll be back shortly.
Bichon picks up, and they've got a short field. They've got another goal. It's tied up at 12. I cannot believe what I'm seeing
Can
here.
Lola Dam chase that one down?
That is a score for Hartlinger Elferkel. Fantastic run by Julia Lutz.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge.
And we believe that requires knocking down the paywall.
We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch, and we want them to go viral.
When you become a member, you enable us to improve our working relationships with tournament organisers, events and federations.
And you'll help us to produce live stories for Ultimate fans, and to generate new fans with our enhanced content.
We are a group of Ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts, and we want to bring you coverage on a more consistent basis. We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Ciao ragazzi, support the community.
And subscribe ULTI.TV. There's lots of the videos, posting, everything. Check it out. They are the best one. Woo!
If you want to grow Ultimate Sports, become a member of ULTI.TV.
Regardez ULTI.TV. Deviens un membre d'ULTI.TV et fais grandir ta communauté.
Stop ULTI.TV. Dale y roginkime Ultimate Vendromena. Si quieres ayudar a ULTI.TV, puedes ser miembro de ULTI.TV.
Everyone, follow ULTI.TV on Instagram, on YouTube. They've got everything.
Best content.
Like their pictures if you love Frisbee. Just do it.
We're counting on you.
Bli medlem på ULTI.TV.
Became member of ULTI.TV.
Mamma mia.
Contribuez au développement d'Ultimate avec ULTI.TV.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
We want to grow Ultimate.
We want to grow Ultimate. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We have our signature style 2-camera setup,
with thousands of hours of experience.
And our crew is globally dispersed to facilitate coverage everywhere around the world. We can also scale back our broadcast with just one elevated camera, or scale up with 2 fields, 2 cameras, and 2 commentators on each.
We work with local teams and we all have the same mission, to grow the sport and bring it to new people by providing live coverage and news stories.
Become a member today on our Patreon page.
And fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories, ideas and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
ULTI.TV.
Let's do the same thing. We're gonna scream, and then I'm gonna yell 1, 2. Let's go super. Yeah. Yeah, waterfall. All right, let's go. Hey, come on, so far! O-line!
And welcome back to ULTI.TV's live stream of UniSport Nationals 2024. My name's Katie.
My name's Cecilia.
And we are your commentators for today. We're back into the game with USYD versus Macquarie University after half-time. USYD up on 8. And I believe they're coming out on O as well. So going to be a difficult one for Macquarie to claw back here. I think we're getting close to time cap, but it's not over till it's over, like we were saying before.
Yes, that's true. We'll see how this goes. I did have a conversation earlier with one of the game organisers about soft cut and hard cap. I think if there's too much of a point difference, it goes straight into hard cap and it just ends the game. But if it's close, they let it run into soft cap. So we'll see what happens with this one here.
Yeah, always a little bit different rules when it's different events. This one's run by UniSport, I believe, so things might also change for the championship rounds later in the day.
That's
with
true.
A little bit of rain starting to come through, unfortunately, making things even trickier for our players in this crosswind. But
just being here on the sidelines and not running around, it is extremely cold. I don't think I was quite prepared for Canberra weather. I came in from WUC in the Gold Coast. WUC is the World Ultimate Championships, where we were recording and filming there, and that was very warm in comparison to the frosty day that we have today. All right, the disc is up in the air. USYD with the disc. Let's see how they go.
USYD with the disc. Lou with the disc at the moment for USYD. Looking to pass to Wu, but she can't get free. Over to Mackay. Back to Wu, sorry. She's been instrumental for USYD today. USYD taking their time. Macquarie doing well to shut down a lot of the options, making it difficult. A good centering pass in there to Wu, and she sends it long. Lu running forward in the end zone, but it's probably just out the back there. Great look there from Wu. She's done a few of those today, and a decent amount of them have come off. They've been awesome to watch.
She has been a core handler for this team. It's great to see lots of women handlers as well.
It is.
Especially on the Uni Games.
Yeah, both teams working it through their players. High release over to number 3 from Macquarie on the far sideline. He sends it long. We've got someone in the end zone from both teams and just slightly goes over his head a little bit there. Once again, that crosswind taking that disc just that little bit further than the players are expecting.
It was a great read from Hooper there, but it was just quite out, so he was trying to keep it in at the same time.
I think we had an injury call from
Hooper.
Hooper.
I think he gave it a great crack. Hopefully he's okay there, and the physio that I have on site will come around and have a chat with him. I think the other team's checking in, USYD's checking in, making sure he's okay. All right, Kaiser with the disc. Weiser with the disc. To Wu. Back to Weiser.
Sends it long.
Sends it long. Oh, great read from 8 there. It's Zoo. But it turns.
And a bit of a misthrow there from Macquarie. Big layout from Swan, but unable to grab that one. USYD in with another chance here to score. Nice undercut there from number 19. That was Weiser. We're looking for Mackay. Great grab there from Wu to keep that alive. And she gets it back again. Looking for someone in the end zone now. Dumping it back, safe options. Not hurrying. Number 24, Zhang. Shoots and scores.
That was a great goal there from Weiser, getting himself free. Let's see the replay. Right in the middle of the field there, and that cut just too fit. Sometimes you just need to be 2 steps ahead of your opponent, and that pass is on.
All right. Just having some discussions about time cap, knowing we did start this game a few minutes late. But I believe this is the last point now. So USYD's done well to pull the score out of within Macquarie's reach. But it's been a good effort from both teams. Really tightly contested. USYD just coming away with it at the end there. Probably being able to work through their roster, through all the players on the field, just that little bit more consistently. But everyone working hard out there on this glorious Canberra day.
Glorious Canberra day. I had high hopes for blue skies. It was there this morning when we were setting up.
Not anymore.
No. Is this the normal weather you're used to?
No, it's actually usually quite sunny here, but it is cold.
Oh.
But
even during winter?
Yeah, we get sun, but it does get below 0 in the mornings. Which, when you are from Sydney, is not the best. But USYD with the pull. Last point here. Can Macquarie finish it off with one?
Oh, no.
That's an unfortunate drop there. Just through the hands of that Macquarie player. USYD taking their time to walk up to the disc. Might try to conserve energy if they can finish this off, save some more energy.
It looks like Maroon's picking up the disc. Passes are over and up to 2. 2 looks for his options, back to Maroon. No, not back to Maroon. And that's a drop from the win. But that gives Macquarie another chance to finish off their game on a goal. Rocco with the disc. Passes it in. He's centred back in the middle of the field. Back to Rocco again. Rocco getting it back every time. He's been quite the core handler for the Macquarie team. We got Milne. Swan looking for options up the field. Unfortunately, that's a turn.
Good movement there from Macquarie.
Great movement from Macquarie.
Just always in these later stages of the games can be easy. Oh, we've got USYD with the disc.
That's Varun with the disc, looking for options downfield. And that's a very nice cut there. And she sends it and it hits the floor. That's very unfortunate.
Macquarie.
Oh, sorry.
You go.
Sometimes you just get too excited and just send it down before taking the time to figure out what's happening, who's there. Oh, that was a great bid, but not quite, by USYD. Macquarie is looking calm and collected again with their passes across, looking for their options. USYD has a zone going on. Rocco with the disc again.
Number 54 holding nice space out wide here for Macquarie. They managed to work it through the centre. Nice long shot, leading pass. Great read by number 88. That's Walter.
And that's a goal from Walter as well. Beautiful movement from Macquarie. I think that's the movement we've been seeing all game, but sometimes there's just a turnover that happens. And I think that is game. Hard cap was cold, and I believe because it wasn't close enough, they haven't let this game run through to a soft cap.
USYD with the win against Macquarie University in the final game of pool play here at Uni Nationals, 9-5.
So I'm Cecilia.
And I'm Katie.
And thank you for joining us for this last round of pool play, and we'll see you in the finals.
Sounds good.
ULTI.TV.